Hey, aloha, everybody. Welcome to the live Friday coaching call. I couldn't talk there for a minute. Look, it is back to the good old days when we very first started this live show. You remember it was me and you firing it up every Friday. It was like crazy. The backgrounds have changed a little. I'm in Las Vegas right now. You can see the view from where I'm at. Nick is in his office at the new home base there in Maui. Looking good. That stuff looks great in the background.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
What a journey from those. Remember when we just fired this up and wing it? And then, I mean, maybe Cameron can tell us, how many of these live shows have we done, Cameron? I mean, I think we were coming up on 300 if we didn't pass it already.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it'll take him a while. He's not going to be able to.
No, he'll be able to. He'll post it in the comments though. But yeah, I mean, what are your remembrance of those days?
Like the first live shows, the early live shows.
Yeah.
Didn't we start them when we had like the office, the actual, like during COVID?
I think we were doing them before COVID. Because we had started doing them for, gosh, I can't remember where our first ones were from. I'd have to go back and look.
Well, it was a marketing jam session, and I think it was like on our first set that I got the office, and then we had that extra room where we made that little set there.
Oh yeah,
I think.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, I remember something along those lines around that era, and yeah, going live in the group. A lot of it, like streaming, was different then. You could stream within a group. Now you can't even stream in a group, which is a reason people have actually moved off of Facebook groups, because you can't stream in the group anymore, which it's kind of a lame thing that they took that away. Being able to stream in your group was I think that's still a very valuable, awesome thing.
Well, when we found StreamYard, remember how excited we were when we found like a StreamYard, a tool that we could use to stream into the group and like have like graphics and displays and our names on there. And it's really, it's interesting, and I think this is a good lesson for people on this show. And then we're going to get in the live show. We got some great stuff coming for you guys, by the way. We're going to do a little kind of hot seat training session based off something that happened on last week's live coaching call. We're going to share some shout outs and wins in our communities like we've done, on all the live shows. Then we've got a really big announcement, a lot of exciting stuff that's coming to all of you and the community. So we're going to talk about all that stuff as well. But like, I think the live show is a really great example of a lot of the stuff we talk about in, how you get traction and build a business, because the first step of the live show was just doing it, right? Like we just were like, okay, we're going to start doing this thing on Fridays at 3 p.m. And we didn't really have like a lot of a plan. We were, a lot of times we were scrambling to get stuff together. And then like, once we started to do them consistently, and there were not a lot of people showing up in the beginning, right? Like you're basically getting on there. There's not a lot of people. It can be a little deflating because you're like, we're doing this every week, taking all this time, and there's only, 20 people on there or whatever. But like, you can look at this now, right? Like fast forward, just the consistency of showing up every Friday at 3 p.m. from, whatever year that was that we started those. I mean, that had to be it's been a long time, 5, 6, maybe more years. Now look at this. We're almost 200 people on this live stream right now. And, over the years it's evolved, then we started to develop a format where like, it'd be easier if we have a format. And then like, then we had, now we have show notes. So like the team gets things ready and it's just it's more systematized. But in the beginning, it wasn't that way, right? It was just taking the actions, getting consistent with the actions, and then systemizing as we move forward. And I think that has been what I have watched you do in everything, like the agency, Offline Sharks, and all that stuff, right? That's basically kind of the path you follow.
It's funny that you say that, because like our operations manager at the agency, Tim, his wife is playing in a pickleball tournament in Lahaina.
Yeah.
And so he lives on Honolulu. So he's here. And he was like, can we stay with you guys? And I was like, okay. So he's here. He's got a 2-year-old daughter too. And our daughters are friends. And last night we were talking after we put the kids down, and like, somehow it came up of like, he was like, yeah, but you have all of your stuff like so systematized. He's like, so, you get to spend so much more time with your family. And I was like, that's not the way it works. Like,
Right.
once I get for me personally, if I systemize something, that doesn't just give me 3 additional hours to do whatever I want with my day. Like, I'll go looking for the next thing to figure out that I just bury myself in and then have to figure out how to get out of that.
Right.
But like that thinking, and I know a lot of us have that, where like, if I just have to stop sending the emails, if I just have to stop sending the support tickets or creating the content or calling people, then I'll have 3 more hours that I can now go out and golf. But the reality is like, like when you get those 3 additional hours, if you're a business owner or if you're ambitious, you take those 3 hours and you reinvest them into the next thing to keep going. But like, that's just building a business, right? You keep optimizing and growing and optimizing and growing, unless you're like, I want to get to a certain point, and then once I get there, I'm done. But I have a hard time with that.
Yeah, well, and I think you are absolutely right. Like there are 2 things that I think have been very key for me over the years. One is giving up the illusion of work-life balance, the fantasy of work-life balance. Like when you're an entrepreneur, and especially when you're starting a business, there is no balance. I'm going blank on his name. He's one of the sharks from Shark Tank, not Kevin O'Leary, not Kevin Harrington. He's the one. He's got kind of a good boy personality look. He wears his hair parted. Not Mark Cuban. I can't remember his name.
Robert?
But anyway, Robert. Yes. So I saw a video of him where he said people always reach out to him and they say, like, God, you get to spend so much time with your kids and you have it all together. And he's like, yeah, but it wasn't like this in the beginning. He's like, in the beginning, a business is, especially when you're trying to start it, is a living, breathing thing that requires constant attention. And you have to put all of that time and attention into it. And then hopefully eventually you get to a point where it doesn't require as much attention. But, and at Offline Sharks, we talk about this all the time in the form of people look at what you're doing in the agency and they go, I want a 7-figure agency. So they're brand new, but they go, okay, I want a 7-figure agency. Nick has a 7-figure agency. Nick's doing websites, SEO. He's doing social media posting. He's doing AI agents. So I need to do all 4 of those things. And then they start trying to learn all that stuff at once. And immediately they're overwhelmed. It's just too much information. They get frustrated. It's one rabbit hole after another. But like, that's not how the $2 million agency grew. Like the $2 million agency came about because in the beginning, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, you're just doing websites. Websites was the thing. And then like, once you got that process systematized and you were comfortable, you're like, we could be selling these website people SEO because now they need the site to get found. And then SEO came in, and then all the other services evolved gradually to where you're at now. And so I think a big mistake people make is they look at where somebody is at now and they think they need all that stuff right this second, but that's not how it works, right? Like you've got to gradually build up to there. And so that's why we talk about that a lot here, about just focusing on one thing, getting prospecting in place and then moving. But it's hard to do when you're trying to get, when you see the goal, you want the goal so bad and you want it now. It's very easy to get caught up into that trap.
Yeah, it's a really good perspective to like keep in mind. I think everybody can fall into that at times, especially if you are consuming information and content and stuff online, and you see somebody that is doing something that you're interested in doing, and you're like, man, if I could just get to that point. Like, I mean, I'm also that way, right? And I'm sure you are too. But it's so confusing and overwhelming if you look at what other people are doing and try to think about like what it's going to take for you to get there,
Yeah.
because I actually, I felt this a little bit recently, to be completely honest. And you have to remind yourself in that situation, it's like one thing at a time, one step at a time, learn one thing, get good at it. Then you can add in more, like narrow in your focus, right? The circle of focus. We like to try to keep that as small as possible, which is kind of the premise for this live stream actually. And stop trying to do everything all at once and looking at other people and, comparing yourself to them. I mean, that's like the worst way to be upset, because
Yeah.
you never win.
Yeah.
You're either
Well,
greater than them or you're less than them, and either way you lose. So
yeah. And somebody, it doesn't matter how much you have, somebody always has more. Like the chasing the more is, and then like it doesn't matter like what point you get to, like there's always, I remember how we used to joke about, because we used to think like, oh man, remember when we were first starting Offline Sharks and we were like, oh, if we could just get to 500,000, like, oh my God, it'll be so. And then we got to 500,000. It was like, we didn't even celebrate we didn't even really celebrate the wins of going from 500,000 to 1 million to 2 million to, it was like, once you got there, you were like, there's now all this other stuff that needed to be done. And so we were just like, oh, now we got to do this stuff. And it was like, and that, I mean, that's just the way it happens. I mean, I was very surprised at, how little real, like how little lasting satisfaction there is from that. Like you get some, but it's very, very fleeting, right? Like, I mean, I see you kind of chuckling there.
I'm just laughing at the comments I'm listening to what you're saying, but I'm also laughing at the comments here, like Patty and Doug, Dorn. Yep. It's nice to see all these familiar faces here. They're making fun of my, like the AI content that I have going on.
Well,
but yeah, I'm with you.
This is real Nick, by the way. This is not AI Nick right here.
Right.
This is real Nick talking to us.
Right. Well, let me ask you guys this. If you, who loves making content, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Actually, no, put a 1 in the chat if you don't like making content. Okay. I want to see more ones. This is going to be completely quiet if we ask who likes making it. I don't think very many, I don't know anybody, even like the best content creators I know. They're not like, hey, I love creating content. You know what fires me up in the morning? Waking up, having coffee, and making content. I just love it. That's not the case, right? It's difficult. It's very I mean, it's a lot. But you kind of need it, Could you imagine, like, even though you don't like it, if you could actually have it out there working for you to generate activity and drumming up business like we talk in Offline Sharks, you would totally do it, right? Well, like this new revolution, this new age of AI, I mean, it allows you to actually scale content in a way like never before. There are some things that you have to be aware of, right? If you create shitty stuff, nobody's going to watch it. So anything you create has to be extremely high valuable. It has to have information that people can learn from. It has to be entertaining. It has to be engaging. And if you can do those things and people actually watch it and it gets activity and leads and attention for you, I think it would make sense. So, a lot of people I know are looking to start dabbling in that type of stuff. And I would encourage you to do it. Like, don't let it hold you back that, maybe it's like AI sometimes doing that type of thing.
Yeah. And, I think that's a great segue into the little training session that I wanted to do today, because last week on this call, someone in the comments made a comment that I've been sending out a prospecting message and I'm not getting any responses. We get this comment a lot from people in the group and stuff. And so I said on the live show, I was like, listen, send me the email you're sending. I'll take a look at it and give you some suggestions. And this person actually did that. They took action. They sent me the email. I looked over it and gave them some feedback. And as I was doing it, I was like, you know what? Like, I think this would be great feedback for the rest of the community. And also, I think it will kind of show you what Nick is referring to here, in that like AI makes sending emails really easy, but it makes getting replies even harder. And this is going to be a great example of why, and how you take something that AI is doing and make it into something that actually works. So let me show you the email that they sent me first. So I'm going to add this to the stage. So I blocked out all the information. So I didn't want to like put this person on blast on the live show or anything like this. And for the person who sent me this email, like, I'm doing all of this for teaching purposes, right? Like, please do not take any of this as in the wrong way. This is just to help you and the rest of the community move forward. So there's a couple things here that I want to talk about. So first, I don't know if this outreach method was written by AI. This opening line, though, makes me think that it was. So this opening line basically says, I took a look at and it has the business name. So like it filled in the business name. I took a look at Tom's Magic Shop and really like the brand. It's clear. A lot of thought goes into the vibe, not just the coffee. Now, to me, that just like, I mean, maybe this person really did go look at their brand, but I know that I get some version of that opening in my emails at least 5 to 8 times a day. Owners are getting hit with that same opener a lot, okay? The only thing that changes is the business name and the opening, right? The rest of it is very bland. It's like a Mad Lib, right? So even though this person might have actually looked at their stuff and genuinely liked it, it reads like they didn't. And that is a problem, okay? So here's the thing. Personalization isn't just dropping their business name into a template. It's showing them you actually understand what's happening in their world right now. Okay, so I know this person probably feels like, yes, this is a personalized outreach message, but it doesn't read that way. It seems very canned and generic. Now, I made some notes on this stuff that I'm going to refer to because I want to make sure I hit all the good points. So let's go to the second paragraph here. I work with coffee shops and roasters that don't post much. Okay. That is a classic mistake that I see almost everybody make. And I make this all the time too. Okay. Right after you said like, oh, I love your business, you start talking about yourself. Okay. And I get it. I mean, you're selling your services, right? You want to talk about what you do, but here's the secret to this. The person that's getting this email doesn't give a crap about you, not even a little bit. They don't care that you work with coffee roasters. They don't care about anything in this paragraph, okay? They only care about what is in it for them. So here's what I would recommend. Instead of leading with what you do, lead with the problems they're dealing with right now. Are they too busy roasting beans and training baristas to even think about posting on Instagram? Are they watching their competitors show up in local searches and they're invisible? Did they try to post consistently for 2 weeks and then give up because it felt like screaming into the void? Those are real problems that real people are facing. So when I look at these types of emails that AI writes, like this person, it's just too generic. You have to figure out what is keeping your ideal client or prospect up at night, and then show them how you can take that pain away, right? This type of stuff of like, well, I do this and I help that, like nobody cares. But if this person really is, like if they really did try posting for 2 weeks and it felt like screaming into the void, and then your email shows up and you say, hey, have you ever tried posting on social media? Maybe you kept it up for a week or two and it just felt like screaming into the void. That person is going to be like, oh my God, whoever this is gets me, right? Because they put time and effort into understanding the problem they were dealing with in real time. Now, this next part, the list of deliverables. Like, I mean, this is fine, but this is just a list of stuff, right? What you really want to do is position each of these as the solution to a specific problem they're facing. So for example, instead of 30 ready to post social post, you could say something like, you'll never have to stare at a blank screen wondering what to post again. Every month, you get 30 done for you posts that keep your brand visible while you focus on actually running your business, right? So we've taken this thing, we've taken stuff, and we've turned it into a solution. Does everybody see the difference? Let me know in the chat if you see the difference there or you hear the difference there. One is a feature. The other is relief from a daily headache, right? Okay, let's see. We got that part. Okay, so now the last part of the email, the call to action, right? So they say, if it's useful, happy to share more, totally optional. Nick, what do you think of that call to action at the end there?
I mean, it sounds very vanilla
and very weak, right?
If it's useful,
right?
So, I mean, if you're closing with that, you guys, like you yourself are already framing this entire thing to like maybe not even be valuable,
right? You know? Well, and yeah, and here's the thing too that really gets me: if you had a friend, if you had somebody that you cared about, and you saw that they had a problem that was costing them thousands of dollars, like, how would you go about getting them to pay attention to you? Like, or let me put it this way. What if you had a friend that was in the ocean drowning and you're on the boat with a life preserver? Would you be like, hey, listen, I got this life preserver over here. If you're interested, just let me know and I'll toss it over to you. Right? Like, no, you would not do that. You would be like, hey, attention. I have a life preserver. I'm going to throw it, swim to it, grab it, right? Like, you would do everything in your power to get them to that life preserver. And so that's what your calls to action need to be. So they need to be direct. They need to be confident. You don't want them to be pushy, but you don't want them to be wimpy either. So I think a way you could rewrite this would be something like, I put together 3 sample posts for whatever their business name is based on your site. Want me to send them over so you can see what this looks like for your brand? Just reply with send them and I'll get them to you today, right? Like, even that sounds a lot better, right? So how do we fix all this stuff? How do you get AI to not deliver this, but actually deliver what I'm talking about? Okay. It all starts with actually understanding your ideal client or your prospect, not just saying, hey, I'm targeting plumbers, or I'm targeting coffee shops, or I'm targeting dentists, right? You really need to dig in to what those business owners' day looks like. What problems are they dealing with? What's frustrating them? What could make their life easier? So, I mean, yes, AI is great at writing the thing, but AI can't do that part for you, really, right? Like, you could ask AI, like, hey, what are the common problems dentists face in their marketing? And I guess you could do that and go in there, but you'd be better off really trying to find it in maybe like if your market were dentists, maybe you find a dentist chat room and you hear all the dentists talking about their troubles, or maybe you have a friend who's a dentist and you ask them. Like, you got to put the work in to understand what your ideal clients are dealing with. And once you understand that part, like once you really have seen the world through their eyes and not your eyes, then your emails will practically write themselves, because you could then go in and just say, hey, I found this business and here's the problem. Here's how I can help them. And it'll just make AI give you a better result. So here's what I would do. So before you send another email, spend 10 to 20 minutes just looking at that prospect before you send out that email. Look at their website, look at their social media or lack thereof, right? Like, actually go and search for what are they doing and what are the holes. Check their Google reviews, see what their competitors are doing, right? Then write an email that shows you actually get what they're going through. So lead with their pain, not your services, right? Hey, I noticed on your website you're not showing up. Is that a problem? Do you think that's a problem, right? Position your deliverables as solutions to their specific problems, and end with a clear, confident call to action that tells them exactly what to do next. So if you do that, you will stop getting ignored. And that's kind of what I wanted to go over on today's training, because I think this is where a lot of people get the AI thing wrong, because yes, we want AI makes this process easier, but it doesn't remove the effort to make it successful. Does that make sense, Nick?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, spending a little more time, I completely agree with you. I mean, we've talked about this for a long time, right? Just blasting out 10,000 emails all at once is it is an option. It is a strategy, and it works for some people. But if you think about it from this perspective, okay, if you're selling websites and you're doing cold email and you've put together a list of 10,000 businesses or whatever your list is, and only one of them actually doesn't have a website. I mean, you're emailing 10,000 people for no reason. Wouldn't it be better to spend a little bit more time and find 10 people that actually don't have a website, that are in the market for the thing you are trying to sell, and then send an email to 10 people rather than 10,000 for one? I think that's always kind of been our strategy. That's if you're trying to sell or use a specific strategy up front, right? Finding product market fit. No website, here's a website, here's a solution. So I don't know, we always talked a lot about being intentional, with your prospecting. And even till this day at the agency, it's we always try to find, like you've mentioned, what are the pain points? What are the things that we can help solve? What are the solutions that we can offer? It's definitely so much better to approach somebody who actually needs something. And so if you can just find out what they need, then your conversion rate is going to be a lot higher. Now, fortunately for everybody here, which is great, we have 250 people here. The opportunity with artificial intelligence right now has leveled the playing field for everybody. If you think about the last 10 years, every business has been trying to be found more on Google, right? Can we all agree? Can you guys put a yes in the chat if you agree with me that over the last 10 years, almost every single business knows how valuable it is to be found in Google? It has been something that they hopefully have been trying to prioritize, whether they claim their Google business, they do search engine optimization, maybe they run Google advertising. And that 10-year gap, or whatever it was, I'm just using easy numbers, has created a lot of competition for people out there selling improvement to Google search. And right now, AI has completely leveled the playing field on this topic of things that businesses need, because almost every single business owner right now, they don't really need SEO. They've all been working on it for 10 years, but what do they need? They need more visibility in AI search, in AI responses. And so the opportunity for all of us here is adjust your prospecting to something that they might actually need. And right now, we're in this incredible moment in time for Tom and I, for the first time ever, where, we were late to the game back in the day. When we first became friends and started getting clients, Google Business was already a thing. Google Maps was already a thing. Facebook was already a thing. And even though we were late, we still managed to jump in, take action, and build some pretty successful businesses. But the people that grew exponentially were the people that were already there when the wave actually came and hit, right? They already had a business or a strategy or information, education, knowledge on working with businesses. And then this new thing called Google Maps rolled out. And they're like, oh, hey, all of my existing business owners or pool of customers or email list or, directory people list, like there's this new thing. It's called Google Maps and I can help you claim your business listing. Those are the people that just grew exponentially. And so it's an exciting time for us and, anybody here on this call, because I know you were all offline sharks. You all have already been spending a significant amount of time learning these skills. Whether you have one client or no client, or more than that, you already know more than, I would make the argument, of like 99% of the other business owners out there. And so, whether you're using that topic as a way to get in for attention, which I certainly am, so I hope you are, or you're offering some of those services that are related to AI optimizations, this time right now is we're early. We're early because there's so many things that are being invented, tools, tactics, strategies. ChatGPT just said, hey, we're rolling out ads. Oh my God, I can't wait. When is that happening? Right? Like the money printer is, they're sending one to my house because now Google, like ChatGPT ads are going to start. I want to be one of the first guys out there reaching out to the businesses in my area and being like, hey, you guys want your business to show up on ads on ChatGPT? And they're all going to say yes. They're going to be like, you can do that? I didn't even know you can do that. They don't have a pulse on what's going on like the rest of us here do. And you want to be the first people to go out there and like welcome everybody to it. And the good news is it's not going to be difficult to run an ad campaign on ChatGPT. If you can use ChatGPT, you could probably turn on an ad campaign. I've done the research on like what they're saying it's going to look like and how to use it. They put out a blog post recently. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. All these things are changing at like a rapid speed, right? Like last week, did you guys know that Apple partnered with Google and Siri is going to be run on Gemini? Did you guys know that?
Okay, I found this on the web.
Speaking
of the devil, she's spying on me right now. But think about that for a second. Distribution, an iPhone. I mean, you're either Android or you're Apple, right? Those are the two big competitors. You have an Android phone or an Apple phone. Androids are already running on Google. When you buy an Android phone, the default search engine, when you open it, is Google. When you buy an Apple phone, the default search engine in Safari is Google. Google paid Apple for that opportunity to be the default search engine. And in the past, if you use Siri, which Siri kind of sucks, right? I mean, I think we can all agree Siri kind of sucks. You'll ask her questions and she'll be like, I really don't know the answer. I'm going to go ask ChatGPT. Like right now, the default is to go to OpenAI. And last week, they just said like, no, we're going to start using Gemini as the default. So to me, you have the biggest players, the biggest businesses in the world, Apple, who essentially is saying, we're not going to go create our own AI tech. We're just going to partner with Google and use theirs because they already figured out one that is going to be a lot more powerful and easier for us to use on our platform. And so I think about that as like, again, this is all happening very quick, right? Like people are like, oh my God, I'm late to the AI game. Who here in the chat thinks they're late to the AI game? Because I'm going to convince you that you're not. Because this happened like a week ago, right? This little detail, which these details are coming out every single day. If every phone in the world, every Android is now using, because every Android is already using Google Gemini, and every iPhone is now using Google Gemini. Google Gemini is integrated and runs on Google Maps, where all the businesses live. These are all the people that we're trying to sell things to. That is a huge opportunity for us to come in and be like, okay, well, now I am the new AI optimization person for these people. And the good news is like everybody that is interested in this topic right now, they're all in the same place. Nobody knew about this 5 years ago and started building a business around it. Everybody's been building a business around all these things right now. And the change that happened last week, everybody's scammering to figure out how to get in front of it. And then next month, it's going to be the same thing. And then the next month, they're going to like figure out that this tech can work with this tech and create this other AI monster. And we don't know how to get in front of it. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you are like, man, how do I keep up with that? I see the comments that come through on YouTube. They're like, you release so many videos on all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's fucking crazy. Like, you know how much stuff is being released? Like, yeah, it's hard to keep up with. I have an AI avatar helping me create content because I can't create 30 videos a day. It's just like not humanly possible. But I say all that to say, every business owner right now has AI guilt. They know they need it. They don't know how to use it. They have no idea how to capitalize on it for their business. Maybe they've used it to, search recipes and travel itineraries in ChatGPT, but how many of it have actually used it to turn on an ad campaign for their business, which isn't here yet? So none. Increase their visibility through AI responses, very few. So that is your opportunity, everybody, to be the person that's like just asking that question. And, to Tom's training about the email, lead with some of that stuff. I mean, we're sending emails about like, hey, AI search, Google search is changing. People are now using AI to find the answers they need before they buy different things. So that's just some messaging. I know it's kind of a rant, but it's just an exciting time for everybody. I said AI guilt, Patty.
Oh, I like the Google guilt though. That's good.
Google guilt is good. AI guilt. I tried to buy, I've been saying that. I've been kicking that around. I'm going to try to buy the domain. Couldn't buy it. Somebody got it.
Do you remember when we released that product and our headline was the Google Massacre?
One of our best products.
Yeah. One of
no one put us on the map.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, look, okay. I want to go through some shout outs and wins here. And then we have a big announcement to make for you guys. We want to get to all that and respect your time. So first, I do have one preliminary shout out that ties into what we've been talking about on today's call. I don't know if you guys saw, but like, I think on Monday or maybe it was, I think maybe Monday, I posted a challenge in the Facebook group to just build 10 businesses. And then I gave people like what to do with those 10 businesses. And I saw, there is a bunch of people that did it, that built the list. I got all these done. It was really awesome to see all that. But I wanted to share this one particular one because Megalodon Dorn shared this. He did the weekend challenge. So he actually researched 50 businesses on Saturday. On Monday, he sent out 10 emails per hour starting at 9 a.m. He got 2 yeses. I want to talk to you replies. He called them. He had a brief chat. He scheduled time to go over their online presence report. He booked both. On Tuesday, he got 7 yes replies. Called, booked 3 more appointments. On Wednesday, he sent a second email to those who didn't reply, got 4 yeses, booked 1. Today, he got 7 more yes replies, booked 3. So 50 targets, 20 replies, 9 booked appointments. Total time invested, roughly 7 hours. Like that is what we're talking about when we talk about quality over quantity, and you don't need the big list to do this, right? It's not rocket science, as Dorn says there. It's having focus, a clear path, clear, simple, non-pitchy messaging, and consistency. I thought this is a great example of that, right? And everyone who is on this call right now has the capability to do this. Now, look, you may not be very good talking to people right now. Maybe that's a skill that you need to work on. Maybe you're like Nick and you're an introvert.
I was going to say like me. like talking to people.
I remember, when we first started working together, you were such an introvert. And this has been I don't know if you guys know this. We haven't talked about this in a long time. But when Nick and I first started working together, he was really uncomfortable doing presentations and all of that stuff. And so he joined remember when you joined the Toastmasters?
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. Nick joined the Toastmasters in Maui. Toastmasters. Yeah. So he could get comfortable talking in front of people and doing public presentations. And then he started getting into doing some of our webinars and more coaching calls. And and now look at where he's at. Again, same process that we were talking about in the beginning, right? Let's just take some action. Let's get into Toastmasters. Let's start doing something. Then now look, he's got a YouTube channel. He's getting freaking I mean, one of his videos, I think, got 52,000 views. It's like, it's insane, right? All from a guy who was not comfortable being in front of the camera, right? And so that is a prime example for all of you out there. Like, look, if that's you, like when you really want to get something, achieve something, and you find yourself in a roadblock, like, well, I mean, of course, Nick can do it because he's great at sales or great at talking in front of people. He wasn't always that way. When he faced that, when he realized that, like, oh, I'm not comfortable doing this, he invested time to solve that problem first, right? And then now he's like, okay, now I'm comfortable. Then he can get better doing all those things. And a lot of you on this call, I believe none of the things that we do are particularly difficult. It's just most people don't invest that time. They're not good talking to people. So they just go, well, I'm not good talking to people. Won't work for me. And they give up, or they try to fix it and they invest a week into trying to fix it and they get frustrated and they quit. Right. I think the biggest difference, Nick, with us is that we just don't quit. We just keep going no matter what. And I don't know if that's intelligence or stupidity, but like it is
or fear. Too much fear.
Yeah, or fear. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, Dorn, thanks for sharing this. This was awesome.
Yeah, Dorn. I think the real question, Dorn, is how many ebooks did you sell?
Yeah. Yes. How many ebooks did he sell? Everybody wants to know. All right. So we got a couple of shout outs to get through here. Alan reported December wins a total of $7,308 for services, including SEO, social media, and website updates. Alan has been crushing it. I think the mustache has a lot to do with it, Nick, but he has been killing it. So
you
far,
know that this one, like Alan, I commented on his post, this one, because
I saw your comment.
Yeah, I remember when Alan used to come to our trainings and he would be like, you know, trying to just get started and figure it out. And that was a couple of years ago now, right? 2 years ago?
Yeah. I mean, he didn't know, he was very new and just like, I'm not sure what to do and all that stuff. And yeah. So you can see so far this month, $1,500 website design and copy, picked up a $5,400 a month marketing contract.
Yeah. And to your point, you know, what did he do? He stuck with it. And it really is like consistency over everything, right? Mel said it. Consistency is the key to success. I mean, it doesn't matter. Shout out to Mel in the chat.
Hey, Mel. Yeah, she texted me when we were earlier, Nick, and she was like, "This live is fire, Tom." Or what did she say? I think she said so good. She said, "This live is so great." Yeah. Yeah, you know, one of the songs on my workout playlist, there's one line in this. I don't even know what the song is, but every time I hear the line, I'm like, oh, that's so great. It's a guy who says, the surest way to succeed is to try one more time. And like, every time I hear that, I'm like, truth right there. So awesome work, Alan. Next up, okay, I'm not even going to try to pronounce your first name. Nick makes fun of me all the time because I'm the butcherer of names. But a big shout out, managing 2 Instagram pages, flower shop and food promo, plus launching AI influencer content for a brand. So
I love it.
Awesome work. Uchenna, would it be Uchenna? Nick, how would you pronounce that?
I think so. I think you did good there.
So yeah, great win, Uchenna. Next up, Megalodon Dorn. This is the win I shared. The 50 businesses over the weekend, sent 10 emails, 20 replies, 9 booked appointments for roughly 7 hours work. Awesome stuff, Dorn. John Hardiman has been posting wins pretty consistently. Closed a roofer for SEO plus Google ads, $650 a month ad spend. New website for a financial advisor, $750. Total $1,645. So awesome work, John. Alberto reported $7,400 win for SEO services and Facebook ad campaign for customers in Los Angeles, Orange County. As I learned, we had to do a volleyball tournament in Orange County, and the waitress there told me that they refer to it as the Orange. You just tell people you're headed to the Orange, and that's how they talk about Orange County there. So now I'm cool, and I tell people I'm headed to the Orange. So you can use that too. Next up, Roger got his Smart Directory AI site set up and started prospecting. Awesome work, Roger. That is a grand total for the week of January 17th through the 23rd of $23,253. So that's a grand total of $41,575 since the start of 2026. So congratulations to everybody who shared the wins. Continue to share those wins. We love seeing them. We love celebrating them. Really, really great stuff, everybody. All right. I see we got about 10 minutes left here. So Nick, let's talk about our big announcement. Do you want me to lead the way here?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a very big and exciting announcement for you, the Offline Sharks community. So we were just talking about this on our call today, and you have heard us say this many times on these trainings, that circle of focus matters, right? The tighter your focus, the faster you move and the better your results. So this year, our business and community have grown a lot. We've reached a point where we've had to apply that same principle internally. So to keep execution high and our momentum strong, which are all things we want to do, we're kind of tightening our own circle of focus so every lane gets the attention it deserves. So the big one is Smart Directory AI. It has reached the point where it needs full attention as a standalone product and company. And because of that, Smart Directory AI is now going to operate as its own dedicated entity, with me leading the software, the directory platform, and the product evolution end to end. So for all of our Smart Directory AI users, this means faster development, clearer direction. I'm going to be able to focus a lot more on trainings that will help you succeed with the directory method and Smart Directory AI specifically. So it's going to be a much more focused lane there for me. Now, on the other side of the business, I mentioned this earlier, Nick's YouTube channel has been taken off. He has been quietly monetizing some really impressive AI systems inside his agency, Mina Marketing. He's been turning those into real world SOPs and playbooks. So if you are here to learn how AI actually gets implemented, sold, and scaled inside an agency or business, that work is now going to live squarely in Nick's lane. So just like we've tightened the circle of focus on Smart Directory AI, this shift gives Nick the space to kind of double down on what he does best, building, testing, and monetizing AI systems in real client environments, then turning around and teaching those exact playbooks to his audience. So that focus benefits all of us because what he's sharing is coming straight from real execution. So I want to be very clear about this new path for both of us and what it means for Offline Sharks. And that is, nothing is being taken away. No access is being removed. We will continue to support all of our customers. This change really isn't about separation. It's about better alignment, right? So moving forward, here's how the lanes are going to work. So Smart Directory AI, software, directories, platform development, the directory first model, how to use it for prospecting, all of the things around that. That's going to be my lane. I'm going to be taking charge of that. AI agency, the fast track, AI Profit Center, all of our AI Profit Center members out there, AI monetization, high-level workflows, agency execution, using high level, all of that stuff is going to be led by Nick. So different lanes, same foundation, much more clarity and speed. Now, a couple of things that are going to be different moving forward. Number one, this Friday live coaching call. So this live coaching call, I am still going to do one on Fridays at this same time, 3 p.m., but it is now officially going to be under the Smart Directory AI banner. It's the same call, same value. I'm going to be doing all the same stuff, but it's going to be coming from Smart Directory AI. It will be streamed on the YouTube channel. So smartdirectory.ai /live, you can go subscribe, make sure if you want to be notified for that, all that. Also post a reminder in the school group. So that's one thing. This call is still happening 3 p.m. It's just not under Offline Sharks. It'll be under Smart Directory AI. I'll still be doing a lot of the same types of trainings and all that stuff on this call. The other big announcement is we are launching 2 supplemental training groups. So these are designed to supplement the lanes that we're actively teaching and the trainings that we're doing, not to replace anything else. So the Offline Sharks Facebook group is still going to exist. It's still going to be there. It's an awesome community. All the people in there are amazing. We are, we're still going to be maintaining that on the back end. It's still going to be there, but we're also launching 2 groups for a little more specific type stuff. So group number 1 is going to be called the AI Control Room. And this is a new group that Nick is putting together. And if you want to go now and join that group, it is free. You just go to nickponte.ai/AI Control Room, and you can request to join, and you'll be in that free group. This is where Nick's going to be sharing a lot of updates on what he's doing. He's going to be talking about a lot of, high-level AI agency, what's going on with Mind of Marketing, all these things he's been working on in that group. So if you're here now, go here, nickponte.ai/AI Control Room, join that group now. Nick, you want to say anything about this group and this part before we move on to the next thing?
Yeah, sure. So kind of like what I just said, 10 minutes ago or last time I was talking about the opportunity of working with small businesses, right? The playing field is leveled. There's a lot of exciting things going on. A lot of you are asking about how I'm creating content with my AI avatar, how I'm generating leads with my AI avatar. And I actually have, like a couple other things that have been really exciting that we've been working on. That's all stuff like Tom is talking about, kind of in a separate lane. And that's what's going to be going on in the AI Control Room. But, everything that we have going on in Mind of Marketing, because again, if you think about it, right, we talk about the wave that is coming in, that has been on its way. All the people that are here right now are early. Mind of Marketing is in a very unique position because we already have a lot of clients. We already have a big team. We have a lot of infrastructure and services. And so this next season is all about how do we adapt into this world of AI and how do we monetize it and how do we systemize. And so all of that information as we grow and build that business is the content that I'm going to be putting into the AI Control Room. So if that's stuff you're interested, that would be the room. That would be the room for you.
Yeah, and look, we've got the Offline Sharks Facebook group. We've got AI Control Room. We have another group I'm going to talk about in a second. You guys can absolutely be members in all of them. We just want to be clear on what the focus is in each group, what you're getting there, and all that stuff. And I know the AI Control Room is going to be awesome, Nick. I'm like super looking forward to what you got going on there. It's going to be pretty cool. Somebody says too many changes. Look, there's, honestly, there's just a few things. A lot of the things for most of you are going to really kind of feel the same. Like we're not going anywhere, right? Offline Sharks isn't going anywhere. The Facebook group isn't going anywhere. You're going to continue to get emails from me. You're going to continue to get emails from Nick, just like you currently are. So we're just kind of, again, refocusing, circle of focus, getting our stuff in. So nickponte.ai/AI Control Room. The link is also in the chat. Maybe Cameron or somebody on the team, if you can drop that link in the chat again, you will see it there as well. All right. The next group that we are going to be moving forward with is called the Smart AI Operators Group. And this is a school group. If you want to join this group, you just go here to smartdirectory.ai/group. So this is a group that kind of has already been around. So whenever people join Smart Directory AI, they get access to a school group. And it was called the Offline Sharks Insider School Group. We've rebranded that group to Smart AI Operators. It's going to be the group around things in Smart Directory AI related. So it's a free group. Again, you don't have to purchase anything to get into this group. You just go there, request to join. We'll get you in. You'll be inside that group. What will I be talking about in there? I'll be talking about prospecting and generating clients as it relates to Smart Directory AI. So we'll be covering, we will talk about AI services and trends and things like that, but in relation to how you use Smart Directory AI to sell those things. Or like, I may do a training on AI agents because that's a great service to sell to people that you have on your directory. But it'll be around that, right? So this is something you can sell on the back end of the directory, or here's how you get better results with the directory. So all around Smart Directory AI, you can ask questions in there, all that kind of stuff as well. We are going to continue to have the tech call and the tech call, and of course the Friday call as well. And in Nick's group, the AI control room, just so you guys know, the Thursday coaching call that happens for like 100K club members, AI Profit Center members, that call will still be happening every Thursday, right, Nick?
Yeah, there's going to be some additional training. And we're kind of starting with that. And to, Tom's point, like we were talking about the circle of focus, this is going to allow us to share what we're specializing in. Tom has been living, breathing the directory model for a long time now. And obviously I have in the agency side of things. And so, for a long time, people in the Offline Sharks Facebook group was like, and of course, due to the nature of the business model we had before, where we were big in the affiliate space, there were a lot of products for a long time, a lot of promotions around, other people's things, great things that people were doing and softwares and tools that were released. But, we've kind of just identified that like, we have these things that we're doing really well, and we want to build a lasting business, In order to do that, it's like Smart Directory is obviously a thing that's going to be around for a long time. It's grown massively and it works really well and people are getting great results. That should be in its own little bucket. Everybody should be talking about that stuff there. It shouldn't be confused with people that are not using it, Yeah. So that's why we're doing that, right? And so everybody else that is really focused on the AI agency services, and you can be both, don't get me wrong, but you can just think about like where you get that source of information is coming from a separate place. And so, if like high level and AI agency and services and things like that, much of what you're probably selling to people that you identify with Smart Directory, like than the other group. So you can totally be in both. And it's just so we can get more specific information to you guys and really kind of around our skill sets.
Yeah. And by the way, if you're already in the school group, if you are already in the Offline Sharks Insider School group, you do not need to rejoin. We just rebranded that group and we'll be moving forward under the new AI Smart Operators thing. But Nick is absolutely right. And really like, and we see this all the time in our community, people that come in and they're just like, or just overwhelmed. There's so much stuff, all the videos Nick does, all the other videos, all the content, like, and this is really just an attempt to make this again more focused and easier for you to have success with what you're doing, right? And at the end of the day, what Nick is doing over in the agency and what we're doing over at Smart Directory AI, those are two things that support each other, right? Like if you have a bunch of AI services and you're struggling to sell them, Smart Directory AI is a great solution for that. If you have Smart Directory AI and you're like getting a lot of conversations and things like that, and you need things to sell, like AI Control Room is a great solution for that. So these things are built on the same foundations. We're just, we're separating them so that again, we can have clear focus, more simplicity for the people in these different areas to help you get the results you want faster and quicker. So yeah, we're super excited. Again, in the comments, you will find the links to join both groups, the AI Control Room and the Smart AI Operators. So you can grab those there. Maybe we can put them in the comment or in the description of the video too after we're done here. I think
somebody just a login thing, you guys. and this just going through this, like obviously we didn't really think about this part, but how this would
What, we
happen
missed
live.
something? Huh?
No, well,
Oh.
so to be clear, the Smart Directory group is built on School. The AI control room is built on Go Collab, high levels meeting community space. So you don't have the same login for both and just add them in. They are on separate places. I thought that it would make sense, as we are talking about high level training, getting clients with high level, all the AI information coming out of high level and all that stuff. Wouldn't it be best to just use their community? So that's why we're doing that one there. So you will have to create an additional login for the control room. It's not the same platform. I mean, they look the same, they operate the same, they smell the same, but it's just it is a different platform.
And by the way, like, we get it. Like, this is the first public announcement of this. So what does this process kind of look like moving forward? Well, again, like I said, Offline Sharks is not going anywhere. The Facebook group isn't going anywhere. Your access to all the great Offline Sharks products and things you have is not going anywhere. Your access to the amazing support that we feel the team provides is not going anywhere. Like, as we move forward next week, we'll start emailing the list, talking more in detail about the changes, letting everybody know. And, as we kind of move forward, we'll just get in a new rhythm of these things going the way. Again, you're still going to get emails from Nick talking about what's in Nick's lane. You're still going to get emails from me talking about what's in my lane. And I mean, we're still going to be around. Like, we're not going anywhere. So, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Don't feel like you got to, wrap your head around all this right now. These are going to be very good changes. I know if you are like me, there are two things that I really hate. One is that's when things stay the same, and two, when they change. So like, those two things I cannot stand. So I'm always like a little on edge when that's going on. But I promise, like, Nick and I have, since probably before October, we've had some very some difficult, some very involved, deep conversations about you, our community, and the best way to serve you and the best way to help you get where you want to go moving forward. And of course, what will be the best path for both of us. And we're super excited about all this. We feel really good about it. Like, this is going to be a great thing for us, and we think for you as well. So we're really good. Somebody said, I don't like change. I get it. But don't worry, this is going to be we're going to ease you guys into this. We're not going anywhere. We'll still be around talking about it. We're going to give you plenty of opportunity to make sure that you have access to all the things you want to have access to and know where to go and how to do all that stuff. So this was just our first big announcement. So well, I mean, man, Richie says, congratulations. This is awesome. Awesome. Appreciate that, Richie. Well, this was a great live show. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this. We had a ton of people on here. Nick, do you want to do any questions? Anything you want to add?
Is there any, like, me? I know we have a lot of questions, you guys. I actually unfortunately don't have a lot of time. I just can't. Another quick little announcement.
Oh,
I just came from an ultrasound. For a sec, we have a number 2 on the way. So 2 daughters now, officially a girl dad, just like Tom.
You're such a copycat.
Yeah.
Why are you copying me?
Just really following Tom's. So today is actually like a crazy busy day. I just came from there. We're doing this. I have another meeting. So I know you guys have a lot of questions, and we want to answer them. And we will. Like, we're not going anywhere, right? So you all know about the respective communities. The AI control room, to be completely upfront with you guys, that thing wasn't even ready to be live. Like, I was on a live stream the other day, and I was talking a little bit about it, and people were like, link, and in the chat it just was spamming link, and I was like, the only thing I had done was like opened it and put like a logo there, and I was like, all right, well, I'll give it to you guys, but it's not ready. And it's still not ready, to be completely upfront. But it is a place to go, and where things will start to come, and like you will get a lot of answers there, and Tom in the Smart Directory group as well. And obviously both of us are doing trainings and lives and all that stuff. So if you have more questions for
Yeah,
us,
and if you're having any issues accessing the AI control room, just go to offlinesharks.com/support. The team there can help you. Okay, so if you guys have questions about either group or anything that's going on, feel free. offlinesharks.com/support. The team will be able to help you. Again, we're not going anywhere. We got that support in place.
Yeah. And I thank you all for the congratulations and all that.
Yeah, it's
Abe's
super
gonna be
exciting.
stoked.
All right, we got one more thing to do before we wrap up this live show, and that's give away some of our money. So we always give away $25 in Cash App money to 2 lucky people. So if you are on this stream, all you have to do is go to, let me see. Hold on, it's only going to let me do my screen. Okay, here we go. I got to get out of this real quick. All you have to do is enter hashtag focus. Hashtag focus. And I am going to click the draw button once some people start joining here. And while they're doing that, Nick, have you guys decided anything about the new edition? Do you have a name? Do you have a...
I asked Ava, I was like, so you're going to have a baby sister. What are we going to name her? And she said, Baby Scorpion. I'm like, I don't know if she's going to be into that name, but we'll work on
it. Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh, look at all those entries coming in. By the way, only enter one. If you enter more than once, it doesn't do anything. You still only get one entry. But hashtag focus. I'm going to go ahead and draw for the first $25 Cash App winner. Man, look, this is probably, there's a lot of people in this one. Then if you haven't put in hashtag focus, keep putting it in because it'll just keep adding people for the next drawing. So our first winner of $25 in Cold Hard. Oh, look at that.
Oh my gosh, it's rigged. It's rigged.
What a fitting winner for this one.
Dorn.
So funny. Dorn, Megalodon.
Give us the documents, Dorn.
Yeah. You know what's so funny? Nick, do you remember the first time? So this was a new feature. So StreamYard rolled out this new feature. And the first time that we did it on the live show, the very first winner, does anybody remember who the very first winner was of this? It was us. It was like, it popped up Offline Sharks. We were like, oh my God. So Dorn is winner number 1. I'm going to draw again. The next winner of $25 in Cash App money is Brian Glenn. Right. Oh, look at that shot there, Nick. Is that Hawaii? Where he's golfing there?
I don't know. It could be anywhere.
That looks great, right? That looks great. Congratulations. So to our 2 winners, the team has noted it down. You can submit a ticket, let them know, verify who you are, and they can get you those Cash App monies. I think, the last thing that I would like to say, and then I'll turn it over to you, Nick, to wrap this up, is I just want to thank all of you that are here on this live show right now, and especially all of you that have been showing up to this call every Friday since I think we started doing it. Jacqueline, Dorn, Richie. I mean, there's so many core members of our community in here. Doing this show today was kind of like a bittersweet thing for me because it's like, oh, it's the last one is under Offline Sharks. Like, it's like I don't know. I have a real love for this call and everybody that comes here. And we've had so many awesome things happen on these calls over the years. It's really just like, if you go back and watch them, you can see the evolution of our lives and our businesses and our families and all the stuff that goes on. So like just a big heartfelt thank you. Again, I will still be doing a 3 p.m. call on Fridays on the YouTube channel. It'll just be under the Smart Directory AI brand, but it'll be very, 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 very similar, all the training and stuff to what's going on here. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for showing up every Friday on this call, and for Patty to always ask me what I'm reading and all that stuff. So thank you, everybody. Nick, anything you want to say before we wrap this one up?
Yeah, I mean, it's not all, like there's you guys, we're still gonna do. I mean, shit, I go live pretty much every day.
Yeah,
we're still gonna be doing trainings.
Yeah.
We're still gonna be doing.
We're not going anywhere.
It's not.
Like,
It's we. You know, this time at this day of the week will be focused on like smart directory stuff. You know, so
and things around that. So
yeah, and things around that. So that is all. So, but yeah. Same here. I mean, you guys, I'm looking forward to continue to interact with you guys and share information and answer questions and give you whatever value I possibly can to see you guys be successful, just like Tom is. And so, you know, like with every show, we really appreciate you all being here, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Well, in the new communities.
Well, in the new communities, yeah.
Shit.
So if you that's good. If you want to make sure you're subscribed for the call, just go to smartdirectory.ai/live. So smartdirectory.ai/live. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody. Stay safe. Practice aloha out there. We'll talk to you later.
You've been watching the Aloha Marketing Jam session. We've helped thousands just like you start and scale their businesses. If you'd like our help to grow your business, go to the link on your screen now and let us know how we can help you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this stream. We'll be back here next Friday for another live show. Until then, aloha.